a lot of women fantasize about being taken care of, like everything taken care of financially. And a man providing for a woman financially is a massive turn on as well to most women. But I'm here to tell you that there is a dark side. Oh, yeah, there's a dark side. And in this video, I'm going to go over the 5 risks of relying on a man financially and the things that you should do as a woman to protect yourself. Yes, this video is for the women subscribers that are watching and the viewers because you do not want to ultimately rely on a man financially. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys and the women that want to understand them. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification button because I'm dropping videos every week. Woo! Okay, let's get into this. So, as I mentioned, almost every single woman would like a man to provide financially, but there's a major, major dark side if you are relying 100% on that man financially. For example, what if he's paying all the bills? He's paying he's paying the rent, he's paying the mortgage, he's paying utility bills, everything, the groceries, everything, and you're a stay-at-home mom. Okay, fair. Or you just like that lifestyle of being a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home partner, and he's just taking care of you financially. Well, there is a very, very dark side to this, and I'm going to get into it right now. Specifically, 5 things that make it dark. And most importantly, at the end, if you stick around to the end, I'll share what you should do to protect yourself from not falling into this. Okay. Number 1 is when women rely on a man financially. I'm talking 100% financially. She compromises her values. She starts to compromise her values. Okay. She starts putting up with his shit. And when I say shit, what if he's just starting to kind of mistreat her? It's a borderline verbal abuse. Maybe it is verbal abuse. Maybe he's like, you know what? I want to open up the relationship and have other partners. Okay. So he starts cheating. Or he starts to come and go to the house whenever he wants. He leaves when he wants, parties when he wants, drinks what he wants, doesn't help around the house, doesn't do anything, just basically does whatever the fuck he wants. And as a woman who's relying on the guy financially for all the things, she will over time start to compromise her values because she's kind of in a desperate situation now. That's number 1. Number 2, she will become dependent. Duh, right? She might feel safe on the one hand, but now she feels vulnerable because what if things turn bad? Where's she going to go? How's she going to put food on the table for herself? How's she going to pay her own rent, her own car, whatever? So here's an example. I started dating I went on a couple dates with this person, and she was a stay-at-home wife, essentially. And she left the relationship because it started getting emotionally abusive. And she ended up going back with the guy because she had to start from zero and she was desperate. And so you don't want to be in the place where you're dependent and also desperate. Okay. And that's my number 3 point. Good segue is the woman will become desperate with no or limited options to leave when she's with a guy who's paying all the bills and everything. All right. Number 4, over time, she will become a doormat. And she will start to tolerate things that she never thought she would ever tolerate before because he's providing for her, he's paying all the bills, and she's compromised her values at this point. She's dependent, she's desperate, and as a result, she ends up becoming a doormat. Okay. And number 5, and this is the most sad thing that could potentially happen and biggest dark side risk of a woman relying on a man financially for everything, is she could become a victim. Okay. She could become a victim of emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, all these things, children involved, who knows, but true story, okay, is this person I know, well, from the past, that she had this boyfriend who was abusing her kids, and the guy kept coming around because she was desperate and she needed the money, and he was enticing her with money. And it's sad. There's worse situations that could happen, right? But that's one of them. And it turned out he was abusing the kids as well. It was really, really bad. So, ladies, if you're watching this video, do not ever rely on a man 100% for all your bills, all the financials without any kind of backup plan, because you don't want to fall into this place. So, last, and thanks for watching this far, is I want to reveal what you should do as a woman to protect yourself from being in a high risk situation. Okay. So, first, have a little job, right? Make a little bit of money here and there on the side. Doesn't matter. You could sell some stuff online, whatever. And you can be transparent with your partner and say, hey, look, I want to have my own little money for stuff. And you have a little job and you start making a little bit of money. And you also tell him, hey, look, we need to have our own bank. We need to have, Steve Harvey said it best. If you're in a marriage or a relationship, you should have 4 bank accounts, as an example. You should have one bank account for you, one bank account for her, one bank account where it's joint savings, and another bank account for joint bills. So if it's not all of both of you paying the bills, then okay, fine. You have 3 bank accounts. You have one for him, one for you, and one for the bills. Okay. So you need to be transparent with the person that you're with that, hey, it's good. It's okay for you to have your own bank account for the things you want to spend on yourself. And you also have your own bank account for the things you want to have in yourself. If you're already in a relationship that's not good, and you've got one of those domineering partners, unfortunately, let's say that's your situation, and you do feel desperate, for those that are watching, and if you are in that situation, open a bank account in secret. Okay, yes, do it behind his back. Open a bank account in secret. Find a little job. Tell your partner that, hey, look, I feel bored. I want to work. I want to do something, whatever, and start putting money into that bank account as an emergency fund, just in case. Okay. And that's my last thing, is the emergency fund. You need to save some money and put some money aside in case anything happens. And you can have a healthy relationship. It doesn't have to be a situation where there's potential abuse and all that stuff. You can be in a healthy relationship, and have an open conversation with your partner and say, you don't have to say emergency, but you can say, look, you have your own money. Cool. I want to have my own money too. If I want to buy a purse or I want to buy some shoes, great. But what you guys contribute together could be a different thing. So I hope you liked this video, and let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do more videos about this, on how women can protect themselves in situations, especially from men. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.